Welcome to Learn by Listening, or simply LBL.
Here, knowledge comes alive through sound
Together, we'll explore meaningful topics.
that you can simply enjoy by listening.
Listen, learn, grow.
Today, we're talking about something that might seem small, but has enormous impact: our habits. From the way you tie your shoes to the way you react when stressed, habits guide much of what we do. But what exactly are they? How do they form? And most importantly, how can we change them? To help us answer these questions, I'm joined by Dr. James Carter, a behavioral psychologist and author of Rewiring Routine. James, welcome.
Thank you, Emma. It's great to be here.
So, James, let's begin at the very start. What exactly is a habit?
A habit is essentially an automatic behavior, something we do without much conscious thought because we've repeated it many times before. Imagine getting into your car and putting on your seatbelt. You probably don't think about it step by step. Your brain has built a shortcut. That's what habits are. Shortcuts that make our lives more efficient.
So, our brain is saving energy by running on autopilot?
Exactly. Neuroscientists often describe habits as patterns stored in the basal ganglia, the part of the brain responsible for routines and procedural memory. This frees up mental space so we can focus on more complex tasks.
That sounds useful. But why do psychologists say that habits are so powerful in shaping our lives?
Because habits compound over time. 1 cup of soda won't ruin your health, but drinking it every day for years will. Likewise, reading for 10 minutes every evening might not change much in a week, but in a year you'll have finished multiple books. Small actions, repeated consistently, build our identity and results.
So, we are, in a way, the sum of our habits.
Yes, there's a saying, show me your habits, and I'll show you your future.
How habits form. The habit loop. I've heard people talk about the habit loop. Could you explain what that means?
Sure. The habit loop has 3 parts: cue, routine, and reward. The cue is the trigger, something that tells your brain to start the behavior. The routine is the action itself. The reward is what you gain, which tells your brain this loop is worth repeating. For example, let's say you feel stressed at work. That's the cue. You grab a cookie from the pantry, that's the routine. You feel comfort and relief, that's the reward. Over time, your brain connects stress with cookies, and the loop strengthens.
Which explains why bad habits can be so difficult to break.
Exactly. The loop becomes automatic.
So how do we break free from that loop? Is it even possible to change a deeply ingrained habit?
It's absolutely possible, but it requires strategy. One effective method is substitution. Instead of trying to erase the habit, replace the routine with a healthier one. Keep the same cue and reward, but swap the action. For instance, when stress hits, instead of reaching for cookies, go for a short walk or do a breathing exercise. You still get relief, but in a healthier way.
That makes sense. So we shouldn't just focus on willpower.
Exactly. Willpower alone often fails because habits live deep in our brain's wiring. But when you design your environment, placing fruit where cookies used to be, or setting out workout clothes before bed, you make the new habit easier and the old one harder.
How long does it take? There's a common belief that it takes 21 days to form a habit. Is that true?
Not really. The 21 days idea is a myth. Research from University College London shows that, on average, it takes 66 days for a new behavior to become automatic. But the exact number varies. It can be shorter or longer depending on the complexity of the habit and the person's circumstances.
So patience is part of the process.
Absolutely. Think of habits like planting seeds. You can't expect a tree overnight.
Practical tips. Before we wrap up, could you give our listeners some practical advice for building better habits?
Of course. I recommend 3 steps. 1, start small. Don't aim for an hour of exercise. Begin with 2 push-ups. Success builds momentum. 2, stack habits. Link a new habit to an existing one. For example, after you brush your teeth in the morning, practice 1 minute of mindfulness. 3,
Track progress. Whether through a journal or an app, measuring your consistency makes the habit more tangible and motivating.
That's actionable advice. Thank you. Thanks for listening with us today.
Don't forget to subscribe for more insights that matter.
Keep learning.
Keep growing. See you in the next episode of Learn by Listening.